It's not often that you see single-player games debut with eyeball-popping concurrent player counts on the first day, but 2024 has been an unusual year. First, Palworld shocked the world by breaking Steam records, and now Black Myth Wukong has arrived to do it all over again.
He's not just any monkey. He's a monkey of merit.
The action-adventure title from Chinese developer Game Science launched today, and it's already surpassed an astounding 2.2 million concurrent players on Steam. Black Myth Wukong is officially the second most-played single-player game in Steam history. It already overtook the all-time high player counts for Palworld and Counter-Strike 2, but it still has quite a way to go before beating PUBG, which sits at 3.2 million. That's unbelievably impressive, especially considering that Game Science has only developed 2 other games in the past, and Black Myth is its first full-price AAA title. Clearly, Game Science has really knocked it out of the park. Black Myth isn't just skyrocketing to the top of the Steam DB charts on hype alone. The game genuinely offers a fantastic action RPG experience and some of the best visuals you'll see this year. Reviewers have pointed out a few flaws here and there, but basically everyone agrees that Black Myth Wukong is a definite winner.
Dark-furred, devious-natured, hunting that Guai is no simple task.
Black Myth Wukong tells a story based on Chinese mythology, taking particular inspiration from the novel Journey to the West. Players take on the role of the Destined One, who must traverse a magical land, collecting relics and fighting all kinds of monsters along the way. Like most other Souls-adjacent games, the mythology in Black Myth might come across as a little opaque, but it's really just an excuse to give players a stunning world to explore and visually engaging enemies and bosses to battle. Currently, Black Myth Wukong has over 70,000 reviews on Steam, along with an overwhelmingly positive review score. Players are praising almost every aspect of the game, with just about everyone mentioning its standout visuals. One Steam player wrote, quote, "The production value in this game is off the charts." Another said, quote, "Best graphics I've ever played in a game with RTX 4090. The game is more than just pretty graphics though, and players are giving it props for successfully combining elements of other popular action RPG titles." One player wrote, "If you enjoyed God of War from 2018 and the Jedi Fallen Order series, then you will definitely enjoy this." Of course, there have been a few points of criticism too, but the complaints are fairly standard for these types of games. Some players have had trouble following the story or coping with sudden difficulty spikes. Like most of the Soulsborne games before it, Black Myth Wukong throws players into the deep end and expects them to make sense of everything on their own. Professional reviews have largely been glowing as well, with Gaming Bolt giving it a perfect score and comparing it to beloved hits like Bloodborne and Sekiro. Meanwhile, God is a Geek called it, quote, "one of this year's best action games," and praised the variety in its combat and gear systems. It's mind-blowing as the Steam numbers for Black Myth Wukong are. They tell an incomplete story. The game didn't just release on Steam. It's also available through the Epic Store and on PlayStation 5, and players in China can get it via the Tencent-owned platform WeGame. The player numbers from those platforms haven't been reported, but the 2.2 million Steam gamers are only a fraction of the game's full player base.
Though his body was broken, his spirit endures.
What's even more shocking is that there's still another wave of players waiting in the wings. The game is set to be released on Xbox Series X and S as well, though the date for that release hasn't been set just yet. That just means that sometime in the near future, Black Myth Wukong will get another spike in new players. In other words, the delay could end up working to the game's advantage. Game Science has blown the gaming world away with this release, and there's still plenty of time for the developer's latest game to grow.